Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. Not taking part in President's dialogue to form EC is irresponsibility, said Hanif to BNP. Third death anniversary of Syed Ashraf observed today. Section 144 issued on Shohid Sharoni Road in Cox's Bazar from 6 a.m. to midnight today. BNP held short rally at Idgah ground. Read petition 6 judicial inquiry in High Court over Cox's Bazar gang rape. Hearing may hold tomorrow. Awami League's Joint General Secretary Mahabubul Hanum Hanif said BNP is showing irresponsibility by not taking part in the President's dialogue to form the Election Commission. He made this remark after paying homage at the grave of late party General Secretary Syed Ashraful Islam in Banani this morning. He also said that the role of Syed Ashraf in any crisis of the country was unforgettable. Syed Ashraf Islam was first elected member of parliament in 1996. Later on, 2008 and 2015, he served as the Minister of Local Government, Rural Development, Cooperatives and Public Administration in Awami League government. On this day, in 2019, this eminent leader of Awami League died while undergoing treatment in a hospital in Bangkok. Awami League Joint General Secretary Mahabul Alam Hanif paid his respect with flower at his grave on today morning on the occasion of the third death anniversary. BNP held short rally at Idgah ground instead of Shohid Sharoni Road in Cox's Bazar due to Section 144 today. Administration said that Section number 144 will remain in force from 6 a.m. to midnight today. Speaking as the chief guest, BNP Standing Committee member Nazrul Islam Khan said the government is pushing Khaleda Zia to her death. He also called upon the leaders and activists to remain active in the movement demanding medical treatment of the BNP chairperson abroad. Besides, the Nachal Upazila administration has imposed Section 144 to prevent any untoward incident as the two factions of Upazila Awami League planned their rallies on Monday at the same venue. Police said local administration resorted to restrictions to keep the law and order situations under the control. Earlier on, Nachal Upazila Awami League General Secretary and Nachal Upazila Parishad Chairman Abdul Qadir called a rally at Nachal bus stand at 10 a.m. on Monday. A Supreme Court lawyer today filed a writ petition with the High Court seeking its directive on the government to conduct a judicial inquiry into a gang rape of a tourist in Cox's Bazar on December 22nd last year. Muhammad Abdullah Al Harun Russell submitted the petition as a public interest litigation to the High Court, also requesting it to pass necessary order for taking appropriate action against those responsible for the incident. Citing the petition, the lawyer said the law enforcement agencies have delivered the separate information and statements on the incident. Therefore, a judicial inquiry is needed to uncover fact. He also said, adding that the High Court may hold hearing on the petition tomorrow. The price of private operators' liquefied petroleum gas LPG has declined by Dhaka 50 to 1,178 from Dhaka 1,228 per 12 kg container, with effect from today at the retail level, including the value-added tax. Bangladesh Energy Regulatory Commission announced the new price at a press briefing on today. Report said the prices for other quantities of the LPG will also go down in line with the new price at the same ratio. The price of autogas for the motor vehicles has also been cut down to 54.95 taka from the present price of 57.24 taka per litre. BERC chairman said the price of retail LPG gas witnessed the fall as the bulk LPG of Saudi contract price has declined globally. Saudi CP price has declined to 420 from the previous price of $765.75 per metric ton. Bangladesh private LPG operators buy the bulk LPG on the basis of Saudi CP. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You are watching Bangla City SATV News. Now move on international stories. US President Joe Biden on Sunday reassured his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky that Washington will respond decisively if Russia moves to invade its pro-Western neighbor. The show of US support for Ukraine comes today after Biden warned Russian President Vladimir Putin observed the consequences if Moscow launches a military invasion. Zelensky tweeted afterwards that they appreciated the United States' unwavering support and that the call proves the special nature of the two countries' relationships. High-making US and the Russian official are due to sit down on January 9 and 10 in Geneva to discuss the crisis. Earlier on this week, Biden spoke to Putin, the two leaders' second conversation by phone in 3 weeks as tensions mount over the Ukraine. Washington and its European allies accuse Russia of threatening Ukraine with a new invasion. Hong Kong independent online news outlet Citizen News will be closed on Tuesday after 5 years in the fact of what is described as a deteriorating media environment in the Chinese-ruled territory and concerns about the safety of its staff. The announcement comes less than a week after some 200 police raided the office of the Stand News. Citizen News said it had come to its decision with a heavy heart. They have never forgotten their original intent. Sadly, they can no longer strive to turn their beliefs into their reality without fear because of the sea change in their society over the past 2 years and the deteriorating media environment. The outlet's closure comes today after the raid on Stand News, in which senior editors were charged with conspiring to publish seditious the materials and the denied bail. Last year, the hugely popular Apple Daily was forced to close after the national security raid on its offices. Sudan's Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok has resigned amid the political deadlock and widespread protest following the military coup that derailed the country's fragile transition to the democracy. Hamdok's decision announcement came 6 weeks after he returned to his post. In the deal with the coup leaders, he argued could save Sudan's political transition. But the pro-democracy movement rejected the agreement, and Hamdok failed to name a new government as thousands of people continued to protest against the military's power grab. In his resignation speech, Hamdok said a roundtable discussion is needed to agree on a new national charter and a draw-to-road map, a complete Sudan's transition to the democracy. Hamdok said he decided to give back the responsibility and announce his resignation as Prime Minister and give a chance to another man or women of this novel country to help it pass through what's left of the transitional period to a civilian democratic country. A total number of 12,57,603 children aged 15 to 18 had registered the government's Co-Win portal as the Monday morning and continue the counting. India began the rollout of the children's COVID inoculation. The online registrations continued to rise, with all 15 to 18 years of age to be allowed to option in walk-in registrations from Monday. Bharat Biotech co-vaccine, recently approved for the emergency use in children, would be administered with the Center of Warning States and UTS against any mixing of the vaccine shots. A man has been arrested after a large fire severely damaged the Houses of Parliament in the South African city of Cape Town. A police spokesperson said the man was facing charges of arson, housebreaking, the theft, and would appear in the court on Tuesday. President Cyril Ramaphosa called it a terrible and devastating event as the vowed parliament work would continue. Officials said the fire started on the third floor offices and quickly spread to the National Assembly chamber. The parliament is not currently in session because of the holidays and no injured was reported. Reports said the suspect is also expected to be charged under the National Key Points Act, which protects sites of strategic importance. Further details were not immediately available. Bangladesh took the driver's seat in Mount Maunganui test with Mominul Litton's bat, the Tigers have been taken 73 runs lead against the New Zealand. At the end of the third day, Bangladesh scored 401 runs for 6 wickets in the first innings. However, the beginning of the day has been the opposite. Mahmudul Hassan Joy, who spread light on the Mount Maunganui on the second day, could not give a good start to the team. Joy returned the 78 runs after adding 8 runs. Mushfiqur, the symbol of trust, failed also today. In fact, the fifth wicket, Bangladesh averaged Litton's aesthetics and Mominul's determinations. Mominul Litton made a partnership of 158 runs. These two batters did not get a century despite rising hopes. Mominul returned with 88 runs, while Litton returned with 86 runs. Yasir Rabbi and Miraj will start the fourth day for the Tigers. Mohammad Hafiz is set to retire from international cricket, ending a career spanning more than 18 years with the Pakistan side. His international debut came in ODI against Zimbabwe in 2003, with his last match turning out to be Pakistan's defeat against Australia in the T20 World Cup semi-final last November. The 41 years of age old top order batter and off-spinner has signed up with Lahore Qalandars for the upcoming editions. The PSL will continue to be available for the franchise cricket around the world. Hafiz played 55 tests, 218 ODIs and 119 T20s, while amassing 12,780 runs across the format. Before ending, we go through Bangla City SATV News headlines again. Not taking part in President's dialogue to EC is irresponsibility, said Hanif to BNP. Third death anniversary of Syed Ashraf observed today. Section 144 issued on Shohid Sharoni Road in Cox's Bazar from 6 a.m. to midnight today. BNP held short rally at Idgah Ground. Writ petition seeks judicial inquiry in High Court over Cox's Bazar gang rape. Hearing may hold tomorrow. You're up to date with the Bangla City SATV News. And to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.